presentation is on target and Kaizen costing, and those two methods. First, I'll be defining those two methods and what they are and their purposes. Target costing is what we're going to look at first. Target costing moves away from traditional costing, where traditional costing you have a product and how much it costs, and then you base, and then you figure out how much you're going to make on that product, how much you want to make, and then you sell it for that price. Recently, as our economy and markets get more competitive, we need to look more at what the customer wants. It's a simple equation with target costing. You have your sales minus your cost of goods sold equals profits, just like any other equation with income. So first, target costing figures out what the customer wants to buy the product for. Then they figure out if they're going to be profitable making that product. The next, you want to look at how much you want to make on this particular product. Then you take your sales minus your profits equals what you need to produce the product for. And then that's your target, that's your goal. So that's why they call it target costing. Kaizen costing focuses on manufacturing and technological advances. This is in Kaizen costing, the word Kaizen means continuous improvement in Japanese. At least that's the best translation that they could come up with. Continuous improvement means you're constantly trying to utilize technological advances and manufacturing alterations to reduce your costs, thus increasing your profits. So the equation is the same as any other, just like I said before. Cost of goods sold is the only thing that's changing in this one, and it's constantly decreasing. Why would we reduce costs? It's kind of a no-brainer. There's several benefits. One, there's more profits. Two, you have a greater customer satisfaction. Greater customer satisfaction does more for a company than I think most companies gives that value. And these two combined is going to allow you to create more sales. If you're able to have more flexibility with your product and its prices and things like that, then you're going to be able to sell your product for less or give discounts, and also creating additional revenues. Why would a company not decrease their costs? Sometimes when we decrease costs, the quality decreases. And I'm going to give an example of this in a little bit, as well as I'll give an example of how it can affect employee morale and the image of the company as a whole. One issue with Kaizen costing, even though it's a good costing system, it's hard to hit the nail on the with the hammer, and because you don't have a goal, you don't have a benchmark, you're not able to achieve that, and you're not able to work towards something. It makes it difficult for some employees and management. My current position, this is the example I was talking about. They're in upper management is trying to reduce costs as much as possible, which is like any other company right now. But there are consequences of this. A good consequence is improved revenues. Where our revenues are going up as we reduce, our profits are going up as we reduce costs. Less waste. Our employees are spending less money on unneeded things that they were spending on before, and that helps other employees as well feel like they're contributing more. There's more controls, like I said, on that spending money. It's harder to spend money on wasteful things. We just recently gave a pay cut to our technicians, and that pay cut affects their morale, which could in turn affect their quality and their longevity with the company, which could affect employee turnover costs and training costs. And the last thing I wrote on the slide, even though there's many others, the last thing is the company perception as a whole. I've had many employees that have come up to me and said, how's the company doing? Where are we headed? Are we going under? Because we're reducing so many costs. So my 2 cents is that we meet in the middle between Kaizen costing and target costing. You want to constantly be improving, especially in this economy, these markets. But you also want benchmarks. So utilize target costing until you reach that benchmark, and then utilize Kaizen costing once you reach that benchmark, and continually improve. Set another goal, set another reduced cost goal. And this steady decrease will help improve your company as a whole, and improve the profits and employee morale and stability. You'll see stability in the company as well. This is my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.